Ladies, I want you to lean in close for this one because if a man really loves you, he will never let you do this. And no, it's not what you think. We're not talking about dresses, friends, or your Netflix watch list. I'm talking about your worth, your value, your energy, the core of what makes you, you. Let me tell you something that'll change the way you see love forever. Real love doesn't try to reshape you. It doesn't press you down like clay, trying to mold you into a version that fits someone else's comfort zone. No, no, real love is not supposed to make you question the very core of who you are. It's supposed to protect it, uplift it, magnify it. When a man really loves you, I mean genuinely, deeply, fiercely loves you, he becomes a guardian of your identity, not a sculptor trying to trim pieces off. He doesn't just accept you, he celebrates you. He doesn't just let you be you, he reminds you why being you is your greatest power. But here's the thing. Too many women have been taught to shrink, to apologize for being too loud, too emotional, too opinionated, too independent, too much. And some men, let's be honest, they benefit from that shrinking. Because the smaller you are, the more space they get. But a man who really loves you, he'll never ask you to get smaller. He'll say, take up all the space you need. I'll move aside so you can grow. He will stretch with you. He will expand with you. Think about it. If you've ever been in a situation where you felt the need to tone it down, hide your brilliance, suppress your voice just to make him feel more secure, baby, that's not love. That's a silent betrayal of your own soul. And any man who's truly for you will never let you do that to yourself. He sees the queen in you even when you're doubting it, and he guards that crown, not because he owns it, but because he honors it. A real man is not intimidated by your ambition. He's inspired by it. He doesn't flinch when you speak your mind. He listens. He doesn't shut you down. He wants to understand you. Because love, real love, doesn't try to compete. It completes. It says, I see your fire and I'm here to keep it burning, not to dim it. And listen, he's not just hyping you up when things are easy. He's your anchor when you start to drift. He sees when you're losing pieces of yourself, trying to please everyone, and he pulls you back to you. He's not going to let you forget your magic. Not on his watch. He reminds you of your value, even when you forget it yourself. That's what real love does. It protects your identity, even from your own self-doubt. A man who really loves you isn't scared of your strength. He's grateful for it. He knows that being with a strong woman doesn't make him any less of a man. It makes him better. It elevates him. And if he's really about that life, he's building with you, not against you. He's saying, let's grow together, not shrink so I can feel taller. Let me tell you something else. Real love is quiet confidence. It doesn't have to control to feel secure. A man who truly loves you isn't going to micromanage your clothes, your friends, your opinions, or your choices, because he's not trying to own you. He's trying to know you. He's not afraid of you having a life outside of him. He respects it, supports it, and stands beside you while you live it. And I know it sounds ideal, right? But this isn't fantasy. This is the bare minimum of what love should look like. You don't have to compromise who you are to be loved. You don't have to cut yourself down to be worthy of connection. You're not too much. You're just too real for someone who hasn't done the work to handle it. So hear me clearly when I say this. If a man truly, deeply, unapologetically loves you, he will never, I repeat, never let you feel like you need to change your essence just to be with him. He will never let you question your voice, your value, your dreams, or your life. He'll be the one telling you, shine, baby. I've got my shades on, I can handle it. If he tries to dim your fire, he was never meant to be near your flame. And I know some of you are thinking, but Jimmy, maybe I am too loud, too emotional, too passionate. No, that's just the world, and some men who were never taught how to hold space for a woman who owns her truth. But the man who's meant for you, he'll not only hold that space, he'll protect it like sacred ground. So stop apologizing for being whole. Stop minimizing your voice just to keep the peace. And stop thinking that love means adjusting your identity to fit into someone else's box. That's not love, that's losing yourself. Real love sees you, all of you, and whispers, don't ever change, just keep becoming more of who you already are. That's the kind of love you deserve, and that's the kind of love you should never settle for less than. You know what breaks my heart? Seeing a woman carrying an entire relationship on her back like she's trying to hold up a collapsing house by herself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. She's planning the dates, initiating the conversations, fixing the problems, checking in, checking on, checking everything, while he's just coasting, Like love is some passenger ride and she's the driver, the mechanic, and the GPS. Let me tell you something. If a man really loves you, he will never let you carry that emotional weight alone. Love is not a one-person job. Love is a partnership, a team. If you're doing all the lifting and he's just enjoying the view, you're not in a relationship, you're in an emotional internship, and he's not even paying you with effort. See, real love doesn't sit back and let you carry the emotional burden because you're better at it. That's not a compliment. That's a cop-out. And you're not his mother, his therapist, or his life coach. You're his partner. So if you're showing up fully, consistently, with energy and heart, he should too. A man who truly loves you will not watch you break your back trying to keep the relationship alive. He'll be in the trenches with you, sleeves rolled up saying, what do we need to do? Not what do you need to fix? There's a difference. One means he's in it with you. The other means he's watching from the sidelines, hoping you figure it out. And let's be honest, a lot of women have been taught to make excuses for grown men who refuse to grow. He's just not good at expressing himself. He's been through a lot. He's not used to opening up. Okay, cool, but are you a woman or a rehabilitation center? You can have empathy and still set standards. You can understand his wounds without becoming a casualty of them. If he's not willing to meet you halfway, you're not in love. You're in survival mode, trying to hold together something that only works when you overextend. A man who truly deeply loves you. He learns your emotional language. He puts in the effort. Maybe he doesn't have all the tools at first, and that's okay, but you'll see him trying. You'll see him reading your moods, asking you how you're doing, and actually listening. Not just hearing words, but absorbing your world. He won't just show up when it's convenient. He'll show up when it's hard, when you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, when you need someone to lean on. He won't let you drown in silence while he scrolls through his phone. He'll sit with you in the discomfort and say, let's figure this out together. And listen, this isn't just about fights or serious talks. This is about everyday emotional labor. If you're always the one reminding him about your anniversary, always the one planning time together, always the one cleaning up emotional messes he refuses to acknowledge, that's not love, that's labor. And it's unpaid, unappreciated, and unsustainable. Because love, real love, is mutual. It's not perfectly 50-50 all the time. Sometimes one of you will carry more when the other is down. But it balances out. It's not 100 euro every damn day. If you're doing everything just to keep him engaged, baby, he's not invested. He's convenient. He's there for the benefits, not the bond. The man who loves you, he initiates. He checks in. He asks questions. He notices when your energy shifts and wants to know why. He doesn't say, you're being dramatic, or you're too sensitive. He says, talk to me. I'm here. And most importantly, he doesn't wait for things to fall apart before he steps up. He shows up before the cracks become breaks. Love is action, and not just big grand gestures. I'm talking about the little daily things. Listening when he's tired, asking how your day was, and caring about the answer. Taking accountability when he messes up. Saying, I see you, I value you, I'm in this with you. That's what real men do. That's what love looks like when it's rooted in partnership, not convenience. So if you're with someone who lets you do all the emotional heavy lifting, you've got a decision to make. Are you going to keep carrying both of you, or are you going to recognize that you deserve a love that lifts with you, not leans on you? Because here's the truth, the right man won't let you do it all alone. He won't let you sit in the silence of unmet needs. He won't let you pour and pour while he takes and takes. He'll say, I've got you too. And if he's not saying that, then maybe he doesn't love you the way you deserve to be loved. And that's something worth walking away from. Not because you're too much, but because you know your worth. And baby, that kind of love, the one that meets you halfway, emotionally and otherwise, that's the love you wait for. That's the love you build with. That's the love that changes your life. Let's get one thing clear right now. A man who truly loves you will never let you question your worth. Not once. Not for a second. Not even on your worst day. Because when love is real, it doesn't just sit there quietly while you tear yourself down. It speaks up. It steps in. It reminds you exactly who the hell you are. See, there's something powerful about being loved by someone who knows your light. Even when you're standing in your own shadow. A man who really loves you is like a mirror that doesn't just reflect your beauty but magnifies it when you forget it's there. He doesn't just admire your strength when things are going right. He helps carry you when your knees are weak, when your faith is shaking, when your confidence is slipping through your fingers. And I'm not just talking about sweet words and compliments. No, that's easy. Anyone can say you're beautiful when you're dolled up and glowing. But the man who really loves you, He tells you you're beautiful when your eyes are puffy from crying, when your spirit's tired, when life's thrown so much at you that you barely recognize yourself in the mirror. He doesn't just love the Instagram version of you, he loves the messy, moody, complicated, real as hell version of you. And he protects your sense of self like it's sacred. Because it is sacred. The truth is, life's gonna test you. People are gonna make you feel like you're not enough. Society will tell you that your worth depends on your looks, your body, your status, your age, your ability to be chill and not ask for too much. And it's so easy, too easy to start believing that lie. But the man who truly loves you, he's a shield against all that noise. He reminds you what's real. He won't let you settle for less. Not from him. Not from yourself. Not from the world. And when you start to doubt your path, your dreams, your beauty, your value, he's right there saying, no, no, you don't get to talk about my girl like that. Not even you. Because when a man loves you, your fight becomes his fight. Especially when the battle is happening inside your own head. A real man sees past your doubts. He sees the woman beneath the fear, beneath the insecurities, beneath the pain. He sees the queen, even when the crown is slipping. And he's not going to let you walk through life thinking you're average when he knows without a shadow of a doubt that you're extraordinary. But listen to me carefully. This kind of man, this kind of love, it doesn't just happen by accident. And you don't always recognize it right away, especially if you've been in relationships where your worth was constantly on trial, where you had to earn love, prove love, beg for reassurance, fight to be seen. That kind of love teaches you to accept crumbs, to be grateful for bare minimums dressed up as effort. But once you taste the kind of love that refuses to let you forget who you are, you'll never settle again. Because when a man loves you like that, he doesn't play mind games. He doesn't make you question if you're too much or not enough. He makes it clear with his words, with his actions, with his consistency, that you are everything he prayed for. And he doesn't need to put you down to feel powerful. Real men don't operate from ego. They lift, they empower, they elevate. And if he sees you falling into self-doubt, he doesn't just stand by silently. He says, hey, I don't know what lie you heard today, but let me remind you of the truth. You're powerful. You're worthy. You're beautiful. You are not defined by your flaws, your past, or your fears. He doesn't just hype you up. He believes in you. And sometimes that belief is what saves you from drowning in your own insecurities. That kind of love is healing. It's grounding. It's life-changing. Now let me say this to you straight from my heart. If you are with someone who lets you question your worth on the regular, if he disappears when you're down, ignores your pain, invalidates your feelings, or makes you feel like loving you is a burden, baby, he's not your person. He might be someone you care about. He might be someone you're used to. But he is not someone who loves you the way you deserve to be loved. Because the man who truly loves you, he'll fight for your confidence like it's his own. He'll hold up a mirror every single day that says, look at who you are. Don't you ever forget. He'll love you out loud. Not quietly, not conditionally, not halfway. He'll never let you forget your worth because he sees it clearly even when you don't. And that, right there, that's the kind of love you wait for. That's the kind of man you deserve. Nothing less. Ever.